So, you have made the decision to go to post-secondary. Congratulations. You have such an amazing adventure ahead of you. Today, I will discuss some of the best post-secondary transition planning strategies to get you in the mindset of learning and to give you a head start at the beginning of the semester. I am Terrell, and this is Absolutely Studying. I bootstrapped my way through university while juggling a full-time job and a family. And now I want to pay it forward by giving you all of the resources and support you need to flourish in your academic career. Regardless of whether you've already applied to your post-secondary institution or if you are still trying to pick a path for yourself, this video is going to break down some of the critical steps to get you ready for success. Let me know in the comments what degree or program you're thinking of pursuing. If you are intimidated by the long hours of studying that you have ahead of you, I do have a study planner down in the description below. It has a bunch of suggestions for different study activities. You can go ahead and grab one if you want. Post-secondary is intimidating, especially for those who took a gap year or had a few years off to work or live. When I went back to university, I was terrified. I didn't feel like I belonged there. I really kind of felt like an imposter. I was so unsure and so overwhelmed. And I am pretty navigationally illiterate, so I was so scared of getting lost on campus and being that person that shows up in the middle of lecture. But I got through it, and you are going to as well. The first thing I really want to tell you that I wish everybody knew going into post-secondary is that the learning curve for the first couple of years is incredibly steep. Professors don't necessarily teach anymore in a lot of institutions, especially university. They introduce a topic. It's your job to then go home and learn it during your study time. You are expected to spend about 2 hours at home studying for every 1 hour you spend in class. Labs are additional to that. So if you also have labs, that's another 2-to-1 ratio. So if you have 3 hours a week for one class, that's an additional 6 hours that you're expected to study. And that's for each class. They don't often tell you that, but that is basically what is the unspoken rule and exception, and that goes pretty much across the board in North America. While you might still have homework for some classes, exams are going to take up the bulk of your class mark. Don't be surprised if you look at your syllabus and you find that there is an exam, especially the final, that's worth, anywhere from 30 to 55 or 60% of your mark. That can happen with some classes. Exam anxiety is a real thing, and unfortunately for many students, it's unavoidable. It doesn't matter if you are one of those students who are at the top of their class or near the bottom. It can still be debilitating. You can be ranked first in the class and still suffer from debilitating test anxiety. The best way to conquer test anxiety is unfortunately just to be confident with the material that you're being tested on. I do have a video that explains how to create an achievable study timeline. I will link it in a card above and also below in the description. It's going to help you to plan out exactly what you need to study and how you want to cover it to make sure that you are studying in the most efficient way possible in order to cover all of the material. Next, before you go to your first class, try to discover your learning style. If you know how you learn, it's going to be easier for you to select study activities that help you to learn and take in the information better the first time around. That's going to make your study time more efficient, and it's going to help you to choose activities that will make the information stick better. Get more out of each session and waste less time. I do have a quick video that describes learning styles. I will link that video in the cards and the description as well. It is possible to have more than one learning style, so if you do, use them all to your advantage. Choose study activities and rotate them that play to each one of those strengths or learning styles. Also, if you have something that you just really enjoy, keep that on the roster as well. Play around with different study activities until you find a few that you really love. Feeling confident about how you take in the information is going to go a long way. Don't fall into the habit of just reading your textbook and pulling notes. Try to incorporate other learning activities and make sure that you are layering your understanding by introducing new and different ways to cover the same material. Start using your planner and create a solid morning and evening routine. Your life is about to get busy, really busy, probably busier than you could have ever anticipated. A planner is going to help you organize your time. It's not only going to help you organize how you're going to spend future time, but it will also let you know how much time you've spent in the past on specific tasks. When you know how you are spending time in the past, you can see what you spend too much time on. And so you can identify those things and dedicate more time to them if you need to, or going ahead, not to short yourself on time for those activities. A morning routine is also going to set your intention for the day and get you off to a good start for success. And same with an evening routine. An evening routine is going to help you to set up for the morning ahead of time so that you're not scrambling. And it's also going to allow you to relax and decompress and maybe even dabble in a little bit of self-care at the end of the day so that you're not ignoring your own needs in response to this hectic life that you now are living. If you found these tips helpful, I have another video of 5 things that I learned in university that had absolutely nothing to do with my degree. They are takeaways that really changed my life and really inspired me to start reaching out to others and help them navigate this transition to post-secondary. Making the decision to enroll in university was one of the most significant steps of my life. Despite the learning curve and how much I struggled in the first year to learn new study tactics or to keep up with the professors, the huge exams and exam anxiety that I go through every single semester, and how to create those study plans that really help you feel confident in the material. And even with figuring out that I was a visual and kinetic learner, those were all things that I take with me and I learn and invest in myself every day. In high school and elementary school, when they pull out those agendas and make you use them, I was that kid who just lost my agenda in the first day and didn't want to be bothered. But now my planner is an extension of my body. I go everywhere with it. But it is also one of the most rewarding and proudest I have ever been of myself. I'm so proud of myself that I stuck in there and I persevered, even when it seemed impossible. Let me know if there was anything that I missed. If you are a post-secondary student and you are just starting out, or even if you've already graduated and there was something that you wish you could have told new students, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear it. If you're just starting out on your post-secondary journey and you need some new study methods, I do have my study planner in the description. It is packed full of really useful resources. There is a study activities tracker that allows you to track different study activities and how you cover each and every concept over the course of the semester to make sure that you are learning in more than one way and creating a lot of different mental associations to really get comfortable with the material. There is also a confidence tracker, a Q&A tracker, and even a template to plan out how you are going to spend every study session to make sure that you are not wasting a single second of your study time. The link is in the description below. Go ahead and grab one now. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I put out a new video every Thursday and it is always about homework help, study hacks, organizational tips to help you through the study struggle. You can also visit our website for more articles and really useful resources. I really want to help out on your academic journey and make it as smooth and as stress-free as possible. So if you have any questions, drop them in the comments, or you can catch me on my socials. They are all linked in the description. Until next Thursday, I hope you have an amazing adventure.